16 now of the old coronavirus shutdown. Moved on to Stony. Things must be getting better. I thought I'd do a quick review of AC/DC's 1978 album Powerage. Cracker. It's like their coming of age before Bon Scott died. That, and then what was next? Highway to Hell. But there's some great riffs on it. It's the 5th studio album by AC/DC. Now, you know that the studio they made it in was, at that stage, was their older brother who had been in the Easy Beats and had a hit with Friday on My Mind, which Gary Moore later did, which Gareth Moore was a cracker version actually. So it was their 4th studio album there, released internationally, and 5th to be released in Australia. It was the first AC/DC album to feature Cliff Williams on bass, and you can tell that in the bass lines. They're all a lot more melodic, a lot more intricate. It was also the first AC/DC album not to have a title track, aside from Australia's only High Voltage album, which did. So we'll start with this one, Gone Shooting. Real bluesy, starts out nice and slow and builds up, you know, to the chorus, and the solo pretty full on, but that riff, it's got to be a Malcolm Young riff, I reckon. So I really like that song. It's awesome how it builds, you know. Essentially it's a song about, well, his missus, but when you listen to the lyrics, it's based on Bon's missus must have gone shooting up. She's done drugs, so she never made it past the bedroom door. She's gone shooting. Good on you, Bon. I guess you probably had hands-on experience with that, eh? Okay, number 2 off that album, Give Me a Bullet to Bite On. Here's a rough version of my mate Al and I doing a wee bit. This is a wee bit of it.
Exactly.
She had a way
Yeah, so that was a revised version, but me and Al really enjoyed that actually. It was a great jam on that. Angus obviously likes that, you know, that because he uses that in a few places. The song actually could be a pop song, you know. I can imagine it as a pop song. Here's a version, another version I did with that chorus. Check it out. Yeah, I want my bullet to bite on. Give me a bullet to bite on. Anyhow, rock and roll damnation. It's a rock and So Rock and Roll Damnation pretty much sums up the whole album, really, in a way. It's got that overall feel running throughout of it. You know, that down on your luck, I've paid my dues, Marzone Whipping Boy, you know, that pretty much sums up the whole thing. That's another classic AC/DC riff that of their early years, cranking through Marshall Stack, playing exactly the same riff, doubled up. Malcolm to one side, Angus to the other. Perfect timing. Yeah, I think that's the strength as being brothers and learning guitar together all the time in the same environment, learning, and their rhythm, their sense of rhythm is just, it's just spot on. And then you factor into that Phil Rudd's sense of rhythm. No wonder they were, you know, they were so mind-blowing, really. But this song off the album, I reckon, sums up the overall feel of it. Anyhow, on to the next one. Sin City. That is one wicked song. Bond's vocals throughout that is just spot on. And when it goes into the I see lettuce, you know, the breakdown. I see lettuce and snakes. Lettuce kill. Snakes take. Just the whole way he gets across the emotion of that vocal is just wicked, you know. Richmond pump down, you gotta hope in hell. That's my belief. So I guess what I'm trying to say, soberly, is where it goes into that breakdown, that it just drops off and there's only the bass and just drops that whole feel back. I'd say ladders and snakes, laddies give, snakes take. It's that perfect breakdown of giving it dynamics, you know. And for a band like AC/DC, you wouldn't dynamics. You'd think, yeah, you start and crank into it, and there you go. But that song, that's what really it's. And his vocal, that line on top of it, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. You ain't got a hope in hell. That's my belief. He could have been a poet, really, Bond. Some of his lyrics are like the classic poor man's poems, aren't they, in song? What's your feeling? Let me know. So, as you've probably realised by now, none of these are in any sense of order, but I'm just going through, paying homage to each one. This album, I think, was best listened as like a driving album. There was more to it than all the other ones, you know, TNT, High Voltage, all those previous ones. There's a bit more in it to listen to, so to speak. And so the next riff I want to talk about is Up to My Neck in You. It's just a good general driving rockin' song, 12-bar blues song, isn't it? That yet again Bon adds his touch to it. It's that sugar on top. The whole song just rocks along. It's just a general good album filler, but a rock is still all the same. The last one I want to talk about on the album is Down Payment Blues. This is a wee rip snorter, you know. It's got that feel of some of the early AC/DC ones, you know, how they start out slow, quieter, and they build up and then they're into it, and it's that very similar vibe to it, with that slow start out. Anyhow, here's a wee peek at it, my version. This song is probably my favourite off the album, really. I've really always enjoyed that riff. There's just something about that riff. And how it's it's kind of off kilter a little bit almost, isn't it? Anyhow guys, that's my take on the album. There's others there. Kicked in the Teeth Again was another wee classic, but that's kind of more in that Let There Be Rock sort of album fashion, you know. There's a pretty cool solo with that, the quiet bit in the middle. Actually, that really is pretty cool. that section. Some of the other songs on it are good, but they're not really standouts like any of the ones in my book that I've spoken about. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your feelings. It'd be good to hear if you liked it or you didn't. I've got a bit more time now with thanks to COVID-19 to spend a bit more time working on these things. I actually want to have another go. I've started working on Back in Black. I've got to do a video and finish it off. Yeah. See ya.